各地で織田の反抗勢力が兵を挙げ、信長包囲網が形成される中、呼応するように武田信玄も
この乱世、私に何ができるのか。
俺を使いこなせよ、竹千代。
味方の砦を取られながら信玄が去るのを手をこまねいて見ているなど耐えられない。半蔵はまだ物見から戻らないようだが、待っているいとまなどない。皆の者、出陣だ。
静心せよ。手触りの砦は見潰して構わぬ。
戦つ殿をお守りするのだぞ。
討ち死に。受けてみよ。そんな叔父上。これでどうだ。
殿のため戦場に散るならば本望よ。
討ち死に。生きた。平門。討ち死に。そこか。
家臣が次々と私のために。信玄、お前を討ち取り皆の胸を晴らす。
徳川の小僧が激している。面白い。格の違いというものを教えてやろう。
続けてみよ。
信玄の進軍が止まった。これは好機だ。攻め手を休めるな。
ここまで敵の手が及ぼうとは。
急がず着実に。敵将討ち取ったり。
聞かせていただこう。
浜松城に敵を寄せつけるよう取り返した砦の守りを固めておくのだ。
家康めチョコザイな。一度引き体勢を立て直せ。味方の救援か。ならばかかってまいれ。
敵は浮き足立っているぞ。そのまま攻め込め。岡部様、遠慮は無用。お相手願います。
顔なじみであろうとも戦場でまみえて遠慮などするはずもない。家康、覚悟せい。
私とてもののふなのだ。
ここで死んでは銃を尽くせぬ。
猛将で鳴らす岡部も俺たちの結束には太刀打ちできなかったようだな。
我らを阻む者は退けた。今こそ信玄に向けて進軍するぞ。
開門。そらそら。お、あれは敵の2だか。まるっといただいとくか。トンボよりもあっけねえのな。
耐えきれず引かせてもらう。皆この勢いに乗るぞ。聞かせていただこう。
ここは私が。敵将討ち取ったり。
てもらう。お見事にござった。
Yo, what's up, Lewis? This game compared to 4, I would say it's kind of like the same, but it's better. It's just, this feels more like 4.5 than 5 to me, because it kind of just builds upon what 4 did. But I would say it's mostly better. The only thing is that they kind of made some of the mechanics that were good in 4 not so good here, like the Spirit Dash and the Rage mechanic are really underwhelming in this game compared to 4. But I would say in general, like the movesets are better in general. The R1s are nice. The maps feel better. The side modes are better. But I'll say, like, this game is really inconsistent. So it kind of depends on what characters or weapon you're using. To me, kind of depends on how fun the game is. Because some of the weapons in this game, basically they don't have an... the weapons are not created equal in this game. The characters. So, like, I find some characters to actually just be crazy fun. And I find some characters to just not be fun at all. Like, the two characters I'm playing right now, Ieyasu and Honda, like, to me these characters aren't even fun. I have to use them because it's story mode, but, like, these characters feel so... they're not very fun to play. General improvements is just the fact that they finally made new movesets. So, like, if you've been playing Samurai Warriors, they've been recycling, like, the same animations, the same movesets for the longest time. And they just really got stale, like, both visually and effectiveness-wise. So, like, the revamped models, like the character models and movesets and animations and everything are definitely really nice. I feel like the maps in general look a bit more interesting, though I think the design is a little bloated on some of the maps. But overall, the maps I like better than the box ones from 4. And then there's a lot of other, like, really little things. But, like, the side mode feels nice. The side mode is pretty fun, actually. It's one of my favorite side modes I've played in a Muso game. Just like the aesthetics of the game. Like, the game visually looks pretty nice. I don't think 4 was a very interesting game to look at. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, like it kind of depends on the moveset you're playing as. Like some movesets feel so good in this game, and some not so good. how's the performance? The performance is pretty good. I mean, I would hope it's good because I'm playing a PS4 game on a PS5. I've heard it's pretty good on the Switch and the PS4 as well. Even the base PS4, the game runs pretty smooth. So, from what I know, like for me the performance is excellent because I'm playing on basically the best platform you can be playing on. But even if you're playing on one of the lesser platforms, the game apparently still runs really well. So it sounds like this is like one of the best games performance-wise that they've had, probably of all time, or especially in recent times, because we've had a lot of very poor performing games recently. I'll say like the customization really sucks in this game. It's not like it's ever been good in Samurai Warriors, but it still sucks here. And I want to like, I guess it's more interesting that it sucks here because they gave us a skill tree. They gave us skill trees, so I don't know if you all been following, but you have an actual skill tree now, which is something we didn't have before. So each character can learn skills on a skill tree, but every skill you learn on that skill tree is like just stat buffs, right? The same stuff you get when you level up, the same stuff that you get when you're putting stat buffs on your weapons and stuff. So it's just basically a third, you're just another third system to inflate your stats. You can learn your some R1s on it, but I mean you could have learned that through leveling up. That's just like learning new moves in any Muso game. So it's just the skill tree like kind of gave the illusion that they were gonna actually have some really detailed customization or skill systems that we could learn, but it's just more stat buffs. That's all it is. So they kind of dropped the ball big time on that because that could have been a real thing. I think like once they build on this game though, it's gonna be really nice. You know, Samurai Warriors 5-2 or whatever they have in mind. They have a good template to build on. Also, for some people, you're gonna like that the story mode in this game is like the longest story mode they've ever had in a Muso game. Like this is the longest story mode I've ever seen in a Muso game by far. And I don't like it. I know some people are gonna like it, but I don't like it personally. The story mode is just too long. I like the side mode more, but you have to play the story mode to unlock stages in the side mode, so you have to play story mode to unlock everything, really. Characters, progression systems, the side mode and all that. So depending on how you feel about campaigns, you're either really gonna like that this campaign is the longest ever in a Muso game, or you're not gonna like it, because for me, I don't like it. It's whatever to me. It's just getting in the way of the things I actually want to do. Do I have a favorite character for now? That's a hard question to answer because there's basically 3 different ways I can answer that question. The first is my favorite character as a complete package is Hanzo, if we consider that he's the original user of the knife and shuriken weapon. But my favorite actual character to use is Old Nobunaga, because he has a unique passive where after KOing a certain amount of enemies, his next charge attack or his next R1 attack will release like a aura burst. So I use my main, like my strongest combination is Old Nobunaga with the knife and shuriken. So those are that's my favorite character, my favorite weapon is Old Nobunaga with the knife and shuriken. But I like Hanzo if you have to be like authentic, like who actually wields the weapon that belongs to them. But that's how it goes. Hanzo, Old Nobunaga, knife and shuriken. I don't have these characters leveled up, and I'm on chaos mode right now. This is not gonna be good. I don't think I can use these guys right now. Let me do some of these stages. Have I tried co-op? I haven't. I want to though. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. I just don't know. I could try right now, to be honest. Like, I could just see if I can get a match. I just feel like I'm probably not gonna have much luck, like shooting in the dark. I'd probably have to arrange it. So let me see. Let me actually just see if I can get, like, I'm gonna go to Citadel mode. I know in the story mode that's gonna be awkward, but let's see if I can get something in Citadel mode. I wonder if there's like a way I can just search. I just want to kind of search for somebody's game, to be honest. What did you think about the combat? Do you think it's good for combos? I guess it depends on what kind of combos you're looking for. But in general, I would say no, because the enemy is basically teched every other hit. If you're playing on any difficulty besides easy, you can play on easy and you can just kind of juggle the enemies forever. And I don't know, to me that can be a little boring. But if you play on normal, hard, or chaos, the enemies just tech constantly. You can still kind of keep them trapped, which kind of makes it like a combo in a way, I guess, depending on how you want to look at a combo. But in terms of like an actual traditional action game combo system, that's not really what this game's about, I feel. It's just more about getting that damage out there, and it's really more just about getting the damage out there. Like, that's the real focus, I feel. You're going to be looking towards building high damage builds rather than worrying about combos, I feel. This is not like the game. There's other games where I would rather play for combos, like specifically Pirate Warriors and Orochi, stuff like that. But for me, this is not like this game's not about the combos. You can do some cool stuff depending on the weapon type you pick, but it's not a combo game to me. Alright, so we got an online game right here. I'm just gonna try to focus a little bit because I don't want to mess up this guy's run. So if you saw right there, when I just did my square square triangle, it released a burst. That's really strong. Like, you get crazy damage on that. I don't know if there's any other characters that have a sort of passive like that, but to me this just basically makes old Nobunaga the best user of any weapon. Alright, I guess this is a pretty low rank mission. This is like, you gotta be on easy or something. It's not chaos. I wonder if it combines our scores at the end. I'm sure it does. I gotta see how that works. It did in Power Warriors 4. I almost got a S rank on my own though. We'll leave the boss for last. Let me see if I can get S rank before we finish. Yeah, I love that finisher so much. That giant shuriken. Alright, it's time to wrap this up. Would you say it's worth the price of admission? Yeah, I think this game's definitely worth it. I highly suggest picking this game up when it comes out. I got a lot of gripes with it, but it's definitely worth the money, I think. I feel like Samurai Warriors 4 and 5 have a problem doing combos because of the hyper attacks. Hyper attacks is, I don't know. I really don't like the mechanic personally. I think it just kind of makes the flow of the game too much the same across all the characters. I prefer something like Pirate Warriors 1 through 3 having actual triangle strings. To me, that was my favorite use of the triangle button. But I don't know. Like, some people like hyper attacks. I think they're just, I understand what they went for with hyper attacks, but I feel like that's not what Muso needs, because there's a lot of stigma around Muso being a button masher, and I feel like hyper attacks kind of amplifies that stigma, because it's basically just saying, yo, press this button and it just sort of does a lot of things for you. You know, it gives you the movement and the crowd control and all that stuff, right? So it's kind of like, I don't really like that they just condensed all that into a button, like a universal button. I prefer doing that through the actual character's moveset. Yeah, traditional juggling combos, you could do some in 4, but it's never really been like the highlight of Samurai Warriors specifically. I think Dynasty Warriors sort of became a bigger focus on that over Samurai Warriors. I'm not even really sure what I can say Samurai Warriors focuses on. To be honest, Samurai Warriors to me just feels like it focuses more on the fundamentals of Muso. Like, it feels the closest to the PS2 games in a lot of ways. How Muso started. But I don't really know if that's like intentional or not. I don't really know what their design philosophy for Samurai Warriors is. For me, I personally don't like Samurai Warriors as a whole. I like the first Samurai Warriors, and I like Samurai Warriors 2. Because that's the game that added R1s that became a big universal thing for Muso in general. But like Samurai Warriors 3 and Samurai Warriors 4 were pretty sleep for me. And 5's like definitely my favorite one since 2. It's like the first one that I've actually like really played for real. Because I didn't play 3 or 4 for real. Like I played those like very little. But I like what they have going on in 5. I just hope that they can improve it in interesting ways when they do the updates. Yo, this map's gonna be annoying. All the blue spear dudes.
勝利のため釣ってください。
どれ森の矢打ちそうしようか。敵に情けはかけぬ。
皆様申し訳ありません。
Oh yeah, the irony is that like Samurai Warrior characters actually are like very combo oriented in Warriors Orochi. Samurai Warrior characters have pretty crazy combos in Warriors Orochi. Warriors Orochi for me is like, it's not, I don't really like Warriors Orochi. I like the first Warriors Orochi and that's it. I'm not a huge fan of the series though. But you can definitely do some pretty crazy stuff combo wise in it. I just think that's like the only good thing about Warriors Orochi is that you can do like some really cool tag combo stuff, but the maps, the presentation, everything else about Warriors Orochi just annoys me really. It's just, it feels very budget. It feels very low quality. The only thing good about Orochi is that you can just do some cool combo stuff. Really, like over the years, ever since they've started crossover games, you know, like Gundam and One Piece and all that stuff, this is like my favorite kind of Muso games, is the crossover games. I'm not even like that big into stuff like Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors is like kind of second rate to me now. I get a lot more excited when I see the crossover games because I feel like they do a lot more for those games. I feel like they just have better production in general, more interesting combat ideas and stuff like that. So I think Samurai Warriors 5 is actually the first non-crossover game in a really long time that I've actually enjoyed. Yo, I hope we got the S rank though. Yeah, we didn't get the S rank. I didn't mean to kill that boss at the end there. I kind of messed that up. What was my favorite game in the Muso series? Was Dynasty Warriors 3? Dynasty Warriors 3 was my first. And since then, I basically played every game. Dang, bro, I ruined that dude's S rank. Apologies. I don't think he cares though. Right now he probably recognizes he's kind of being carried right now, because he's a pretty low level. Yeah, the maps in Samurai Warriors 4 are pretty ugly. They basically had this sort of box thing going on. The maps are still kind of like spaghetti here. They're just not in the shape of a box. Alright, I gotta get this man an S rank this time. I gotta be a good carry if I'm gonna be one. But yeah, I'm liking the online right now. Like, the online seems like it works pretty well. No weird connection issues. You can stay with the person you played with. So I was able to quick join with this guy, and he's just choosing new missions after we finish. So yeah, it seems like the online's actually pretty solid. Even Pirate Warriors 4 didn't really get this right, because Pirate Warriors 4 was one of those things where after the mission finished, you had to put the room up and get everybody back in. So yeah, this is definitely like some of the better online, it looks like. So if you have a friend that you want to play with, like the old school days, you know, back in the day, in the PS2 when you used to play that couch co-op, this game definitely has couch co-op potential, because you can do the story mode, you can do everything. You can basically play all this game online, from what I know. And you'll stay connected after each map. So we got digital couch co-op going on. Somehow they've just not been able to get online right for most Muso games. There's either connection issues, or it always kicks you out after each map, so you have to rejoin and all that stuff. Or they only let you play certain modes. Like Pirate Warriors 3, you could only play the story mode, but you couldn't play Dreamlog, which was crazy. Like if you could have played like Nightmare Dreamlog online, that would have been the dream. Like literally. Dreamlog online is the dream, but they did not let us do that. And the campaign is not worth playing online. The campaign is actually really bad for online. It's not built for multiplayer. Yo, he ran in there. I already had that thing dead before he could get in there. Alright, I'm gonna skip this boss. Gotta get the rank up. Yo, I hope he doesn't kill that boss. Or at least not pass. I just need to kill this person over here first. Alright, good to go. I feel like they're gonna reboot Warriors Orochi and Dynasty Warriors. I mean, they kind of have to. Warriors Orochi, they have to. There's no way they can keep using like 4 and 8, Dynasty Warriors 8 and Samurai Warriors 4 assets. Dynasty Warriors assets are pretty ugly. Dynasty Warriors 9's assets are really ugly. I don't know. Like I saw the Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires trailer they released today, and that thing just looks ugly, man. It really does. Like, especially when you look at Samurai Warriors 5 assets that look really nice. Alright, let me get out of here now. I just wanted to test online for a little bit. I didn't even plan to play that many missions. The ranking system is based on time, body count, I think objectives complete. There's a couple of things. I actually have to check. I'll have to check again after I finish a mission. There's like 4 categories. But basically, the main idea is to finish a mission fast and with a high body count. If you do those 2 things, you're basically going to get an S rank. No problem. I don't know if I can do these. Or I'm just gonna have to put it on easy, dude. I can't play chaos with like fresh characters. It's just not gonna work. Weapons have ranks like in SOS2. Yeah, they have ranked weapons. But it's kind of different. There's like the different tiers of weapons that have more strength, and then you can rank up a weapon, which when you rank up a weapon, weapon rank determines like, I don't know, the way weapon rank works is kind of weird. Because it's based on how many skills you have on it. So if you put more skills on it, the weapon rank raises, which means that the character's proficiency with that weapon has to be higher to use it. So if I have like I think his rank is D with the spear right now, so I can't equip a D or a C rank spear. So that means if you power your weapons up too much, then your characters can't use them unless you raise their weapon rank proficiency. Also, the higher the rank is, the more moves you have. Let's see what I can actually use here. What's the R1 for? That's for your, like your hotkeying some abilities, your special moves, stuff like that. Alright, this is my first time playing this dude. It looks like he has some interesting mechanics that only he has with this weapon. That's like attached to his EX move. This weapon's so slow. Dude, this man is too weak for this weapon. I feel like I'm not getting an S rank here. I'm working with stuff I'm not really too familiar with. Yeah, this sort of cell shaded look. It's like some hybrid cell shading or something. I don't know what you call it. It doesn't feel like full cell shaded, but yeah, the cell shaded effect it has. It kind of has like an anime look to it, I guess. It definitely helps the game look nice. I prefer it over the sort of weird, dingy realism that they had before. Yo, I wonder if Shingen still has his grapple. I wonder if he still has the grapple. Just throw him. I would assume that'd be like his R1. There's one thing. There's only like one grapple I've seen in this game so far, which is with the fists. It's sick, yo. It's so sick though. They just like grab him and like fling him in the air and then throw their weight of their body on him down into the ground. It's really sick. Done for. Yo, Shingen's over there helping me though, putting in some work. The AI is actually not terrible in this game. They're not gonna like make any big power moves, but they do fight. They actually like fight. So you can see Shingen over here actually like helping me out. What do you think about the generic officers? Like using them? I've never used any yet. Or just being in the game in general. I mean, I think it's to me, there's just no point to it. For me, I feel like the only characters that should be playable are characters that they actually have a unique moveset for. I don't like the cloning. I don't like the whole cloning thing. I think that they waste time. See, like, this is how I look at it. They have multiple people using the same weapon, right? And the way they try to differentiate these characters so that there is actually any reason to play them is give them these EX moves, right? But for me, it's like, when you give these characters these EX moves, like, certain ones always end up being better than others. So only one character usually ends up being the one to play with that weapon. So what would actually be better is if, instead of having these clones, they just put one character in with the weapon, gave them all of those moves. Like, all the EX moves that they have spread around 3 different characters, they give it to that one character. So you don't have to worry about the situation where one character is just outperforming everybody else, and you just get to have, like, all those moves. You get more moves on one character. So they just... I don't like the cloning thing, because all the work they put into the clones to give them that 1 or 2 random moves could have just been used to make like one character like maximum potential with that weapon. Because this is how it always is. There's always a better character when they do this thing. It was how it was in Dynasty Warriors 9. It's how it's always going to be. When you create these clones, one character is just always going to have the better options. Which means that you're just not going to play the clones. I mean, maybe you'll play them just to be like, I'm playing something different, right? But it's like you could have just gave one character that weapon with all those moves. and had a more fleshed out, smaller cast instead of having this fake high number. And people are just gonna pick like their favorites anyways.
前線しているとはいえ、武田の勢いは止まりそうにない。
Because it really doesn't feel like there's a reason. Like if you like Honda, you're gonna play Honda. There's no reason to play Toshi if you like Honda. There's just not enough difference. But you would prefer if you could have all those moves on one character. The generics, they don't actually have unique moves, right? So I don't know why they're there. They're just there, dude. Like they're literally just there to make this game's roster look bigger than it is. So you know that's just Koei Tecmo trying to be like, they're trying to appease these people that are obsessed with numbers, because that's the problem with the Muso fan base, is we have people that are obsessed with numbers. They don't really care about the quality of the content, they just care to say that there's this many characters, there's this many something. So it's kind of a battle, because for me, like, I don't care about the quantity, I care about the quality. So if they only had 15 characters in this game, but they all played better, I would prefer that. I don't care about these 30 whatever characters they have that all do the same thing.
見事さらに精進せよ討ち死に
に勝とうなど少子
耐えきれん聞かせてもらうあっぱれ我らも続け
Yo, in Dynasty Warriors 8, holy crap, dude. Like in Dynasty Warriors 7 and 8, I literally only played as like 1 or 2 characters. I just played as the character I liked, and then I used all the weapons on them. I mean, sure, you're missing out on the X moves, but like that one move normally doesn't make enough of a difference. And then Dynasty Warriors 9, I tried a lot of characters, mostly just for like content creating purposes, but I just don't care about the clones. I think it's such a terrible trend that they started with these games. And the only reason they're doing it is because a piece of the fandom is gonna complain that the roster count is small. That's why I don't like it, is because the only reason they're doing it is because of that. They're not doing that. They're not doing it because they actually have like a good idea for how it should be done or a reason. They're just doing it because they're like trying to appease. That's the problem with these games. Koei Tecmo has like this really weird thing they do where when a game gets backlash, they instantly revert in the next game. So like Dynasty Warriors 9, right? Dynasty Warriors 9 got a lot of backlash. So when they announced Dynasty Warriors Empires, instead of like trying to find a way to make the open world better, they just took it out, right? So they wasted all their time making Dynasty Warriors 9 open world, and then Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires isn't gonna have open world anymore. Because they basically like, they got cold feet. That's what